Welcome to Happy Valley, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the most passionate fan bases in all of college football. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Bruce Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down for this offense. Here's the give off the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
Scanning the field, it's McBride. Got his man quickly. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
He's got it. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. He leaves it with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll call for the fair catch here. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Caught by the tight end. Gain of 16. First down for the offense.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The option look. He'll pitch it. Across the 25, he's got room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Number 21.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
After the misfire, now on second down. To throw, it's McBride. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done, too.
Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Michigan 7, Penn State 3.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They want to throw it. using the quick game. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Michigan 14, Penn State 3.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Line gets set, first down. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Open runway ahead. He's at the 20. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
At the 10-yard line. Brings up second down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3.
At the 7-yard line. Third down coming up.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Back to pass, it's McBride. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. He's off to the races. The 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wisconsin is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Camp Randall, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 13 to Iowa. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to throw, it's McBride. Fires to the middle. Working on the right. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw it again. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
On second down, looking to throw. He's right on target. Flying the friendly skies. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Running back goes in motion. From the gun on third down. Finds his big tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They're working that left side. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the move. Trying to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
No gain on the play. Third down coming up.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The Nittany Lions are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back searching for a hole. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, Penn State! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to move it through the air. He'll try to do it himself. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Ortiz. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. At the 45 on his way. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. This would be a prodigious kick from 56 yards out and from the left side. The field goal is no good. Yellow hankies flying, so let's see if the kicker's going to get another chance.
Number 17.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
17.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Fair catch called for and made. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing from that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
And the Wolverines are flying down the field. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Michigan.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Give to the running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Brings up.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. They'll run the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Finds a crease at the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Sam Houston was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen in Huntsville over the years. It's a win, but it honestly lacked any real style points. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with.
He lets it fly. What a catch, and what a throw along the sideline. Just sings it in there. A little Baryshnikov for the toe tap.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This one's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Got it, looking for a first. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Michigan 28, Penn State 17.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Dixon. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
A first down run in the red zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Let's it go to the end zone. Here's the pass, intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Here comes the option. Now the toss. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Defense showing blitz here. Coming after him. Snagged in the middle. It's Horn. At the 35, he's got room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Now, if they can get a stop on this 3rd and 10, expect an immediate timeout. Using his legs, it's Horn. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's McBride. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
They'll start this drive with a pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Put it right on him, sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Still running at the 40. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Clock is still running and they have to get everybody lined up. Comes out throwing on first down. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Dropping back, it's McBride. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Yeah, this is almost icing meat cake, right? Like late in the fourth quarter, you're up by 2 scores. Exactly what you want to do. Get a stop. Now you force a turnover, get your offense back on the field.
Unloads it downfield. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you can possibly do.
He's got his man. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Moving out of the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. The idea, make it a one-possession game. This will get it back to a one-score game. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Inside the 30. Can anyone catch him? And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yeah, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor, and make him forget that.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time